Harry had been on the move for almost a month. After being owned by the National Coal Board and working at a colliery for many years, the maroon austerity had been replaced by diesels. Unsure of his fate, he, his driver, and fireman decided to flee to the island of Sodor in a last-ditch effort to escape the hellscape that was the mainland.
Must be close now. We've been travelling without rest for days.
The fireman clutched a small map in one hand. The other firmly grasped a handlebar on Harry's bunker.
Just past Green Odd. We're getting close now.
Driver, I need to stop. I'm almost out of water.
You've been going for a while now, lad. We'll find somewhere soon.
Aha! Here! There's a small marshalling yard up ahead. Maybe we can find somewhere to hide for the night.
Alright, we'll give it a look.
Eventually, they made it to the yard. Trucks lined the many rows of tracks, except for a through line. They stopped momentarily on the through line. The driver jumped atop the cab of the filthy and worn engine to gather his bearings.
You see anything up there?
There's sightings over there. Let's get there before someone sees us.
They made their way over to the siding. A large coal hopper and water tower loomed in the evening sky as they approached. Driver, are you sure it's safe here?
Don't have much choice, lad. Besides, we've got coal and water for the last stretch to Sodor.
I guess you're right.
I reckon this could be our last stop for Sodor, lad. We're so close now.
Do you two really think I could be a part of Sir Topham's railway?
Lad, we've read you the stories. An engine like you is just what you'll be looking for, right?
Oi! What's all this then? We've had no word of any steam engines coming through here.
A foreman angrily stomped down from a small signal box. The driver and fireman had to make up a lie, and fast.
We're a special train, heading for Barrow and Furness. I'm surprised you hadn't heard anything ahead of time.
That's right. They want to make this engine into a monument, they do. Better use of this old rickety kettle than just scrapping it, right?
Harry gave the two a scornful look, though he had been called worse back at the colliery and on the trip here. The foreman looked at his roster and shook his head.
I'm not surprised, honestly. Schedule's been all over the place since they're scrapping steam engines left, right, and centre. You lot can stay here for the night. You two can stay in the workman hut over there.
He pointed to a small hut behind the water tower. The two men shrugged.
Better than nothing.
The foreman then stomped off into the yard as the two men turned back to their engine.
Well, Harry, one more night, and you'll officially be a Fat Controller's engine.
I can hardly wait. I can't thank you both enough for getting me this far. The two men nodded and headed to the shack. Harry couldn't help but close his eyes as the afternoon sun shone its final rays, disappearing under the nearby buildings. When Harry awoke, the night was blissfully quiet, except the nearby creaking of wagons waiting to move away from the yard. However, he began to hear a light puffing approaching. An engine appeared in the darkness. He squinted his eyes in an attempt to see what was coming closer. Hello? Who's there? The puffing then stopped. He could just see the outline of a small face peeking from the darkness. Oh, hello. Glad to see another steam engine around here. Do you...
You poor thing.
Excuse me?
Another stowaway trying to save themselves from damnation. Pitiful.
The engine then moved out into the moonlight. She was a small black saddle tank engine. The words Spider glistening on red nameplates on her side. However, the top half of her face was covered in darkness, showing only her mouth. No matter how hard Harry squinted, he couldn't see her eyes.
What a shame. You came all this way for nothing.
What?
The border between Soda and Barrow is closed. Didn't you hear?
That's not true. Driver told me.
Argue all you like, you'll never make it. But perhaps I can help you get there.
Well, how can you? You just said they closed the border.
That might be true, but I can get you across unscathed, unnoticed, and untouched. But it comes at a price.
Harry thought for a moment about his situation. Although he was nearly there, he was tired and worn out from all the running and hiding. What did he have to lose? I'm listening. Spider gave Harry an eerie grin. Her teeth twinkled in the moonlight.
I'm a fan of riddles, you see. The game, not the man. Are you a fan of them?
My driver told me a few on the job, but that was a long time ago.
Well, here's the rundown for you, kind engine. If you beat me at riddles, I'll get you and your crew to Sodor. No questions asked.
And if I lose? Spider bit her bottom lip, but composed herself quickly.
I can't tell, unless you lose.
Harry was unsure, and now he was creeped out by the engine before him. But then again, what did he have to lose? Okay, you have a deal.
Oh, this will be fun. You're first.
Harry began thinking about the riddles his driver had told him all those years ago. What goes up but never comes down?
That's an easy one. Age.
Spider let out a wheeze delightfully as Harry couldn't help but look down at his buffers.
My turn. What is full of holes but is still full of water?
Harry gave a puzzled look to the tank engine before thinking long and hard. He thought back to the water he saw at the colliery, then to the leaky water tower, then to the cleaners who once rubbed his face long ago. A sponge!
Oh, you are a clever one, aren't you?
What is at the end of a rainbow? Spider paused for a moment. Harry couldn't help but smirk at Spider's confusion, but she noticed and scowled.
A pot of gold?
Harry looked down at the little engine. His playful smirk widened. You know, I said the exact same thing to my driver, and I was wrong. Spider harumphed loudly.
What is it then,
Isn't it obvious? The letter W. Spider's scowl grew bigger than the rails she stood on.
That was hardly a riddle.
And it was one you couldn't solve. Well, looks like I've won. Did you hear me? I said...
No.
What?
One more.
Suddenly, the lights began flickering. Harry's eyes darted around. At that moment, Spider was nowhere to be seen.
Neither the person who makes it nor the person who buys it has any need for it, and the person who uses it can't see it or feel it. What is it?
Harry froze. Thoughts ran through his mind like a busy station. What had he gotten himself into?
Time's up.
I don't know.
Oh, such a shame. You lost. As I said, I will tell you what happens when you lose.
No, just wait. Harry thought long and hard, but nothing came to him. A dense fog rolled in, blanketing the area and swallowing the light of the moon. Steam engines big and small began to slowly roll out of the fog. What is this? You cheated!
I never took you for a sore loser, Harry. Although you'll be great amongst my many other friends. 'Cause now, you're mine!
Early next morning, the driver and fireman came out of the hut to find the siding Harry was in vacant. All that was left was a worn, rusted lamp iron. All they could do now was walk out of the yards in shame. They had failed to save their engine. They would never know what happened that night. But we do. Another engine had been trapped in the spider's web.